Hello YouTube, this is Ken Apocalypse, and this ain't going to be a very long video, but it's going to be a very right to the point video. I purchased an Xbox One X the other day with all intentions of using it as a 4K player. I've seen standalone 4K players, and then I've seen this 4K player. And I'm not going to bash Xbox, but I want to say that as a 4K console, physical media should look 10 times better than what it does on this, for as powerful as this thing is. It's a little bit of a disappointment, but I'm going to recommend that if you go for a 4K player, don't use an Xbox One X or an S. I mean, yeah, you'll get the bare minimum, but color reproduction and everything, I found out a lot of facts that their color reproduction is not accurate, like at all. Some of their gray levels are a little off. But there are some points that it looks like a 4K movie, and then there's some points like this, and I wanted to show you this because it's colorful and everything, but it's not colorful. When you're looking through my camera, of course my camera is a Samsung, so it's going to give it a little bit of extra pop, but when you're seeing it on the screen right here, it's not. And I've watched this same movie on Vudu. This is a physical disc, and I've watched this same movie on Vudu, and it was crisper and brighter and had more color and more pop. So I don't know what they've done wrong. Besides, you got a 4K console that boasts being able to play 4K UHDs. Play 4K UHDs how they're meant to be played, especially with a console that is as powerful as an Xbox One X. That being said, if you're going to go out and get a standalone Blu-ray player or 4K player, I'd go with the Sony, like I think it's the MU 800, the 800 M2. It's the newest one they got. You can also go with the UBX 700 from last year, which does Dolby. They both do Dolby Vision. That's why I'm pushing those. LG has a few that do Dolby Vision. The UPX 70 and 90 do Dolby Vision. I'm sorry, not the 70, the 80 and the 90. They do Dolby Vision. The 80 is not wireless. The 90 is. That's the big difference there. Other than that, you got Panasonic that has got an excellent one that does both HDR10 Plus and Dolby Vision. But I just wanted to make this video this week to address the concern of, okay, if you're going to have a 4K machine, let it play 4K UHDs how they're meant to be played. And it's not the TV. This is Sony X900F. It's a great TV. It's colorful. Like I said, I've watched the movies on Vudu, and it's just better. I mean, it's a streaming, and it shouldn't be better. It should be better physical media, but it's not. It's not that great. I mean, some points, like I said, you can see that it is 4K, but other points like this one, it looks like it's a 1080p movie. And I'm not just talking about this movie. I've watched several movies. I've watched Avengers Endgame, Justice League, the new Bumblebee. I've watched all of them on this, trying to get it to look right, and it doesn't. But when I watch it on Vudu, they look perfect. Also, something that may be a contributing factor that I heard earlier is the Sony doesn't work well with non-Sony products. So it could be that. It could be like a signal interference, something like that. It's not getting the complete signal through or something because it's Microsoft and not Sony. I'm sure if PlayStation had a 4K player in theirs, I'm sure it would look just, spectacular because, it's Sony and Sony. But I mean, that's I guess that's just the rules of the road. You know what I mean? I mean, Sony, Samsung, Vizio, LG, all of them, they want to try to pair themselves together. So, you want to buy all their same products. Like, this is Sony TV. They want you to buy a Sony Blu-ray player or Sony 4K player just so it would match up perfectly. LG is actually the same way. They, I don't know from experience, but I've heard that the LG players work very well with LG TVs. But if you try to put them on a Samsung or something, there's, it's something not quite right, doesn't look quite right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen that in person. It's just things that I've read. But anyway, I'm not going to keep you very long on this one. I did a poll. Apparently, everybody wants to see the Sony X900F compared to the new Vizio 2009 Vizio P series, which I'm going to make that my next goal. That way I can compare them side by side, and see what the outcome is. Seen the Vizio in my last video. It actually looks spectacular in person. It actually surprised me from last year. Last year's looked really good. The one I got, the P series from last year, looks really good, but this one actually it trumps it because the color's more vibrant and it seems like it's brighter. I think it's just the contrast levels are better, but we'll have to get that and see. I was kind of hoping everybody would be like, hey, let's try the 75-inch TCL just so I have an excuse from the wife to buy a big TV. But the 65, I guess, would be good. 75 would kind of be overkill, but, I kind of want that home theater experience. So anyway, I just wanted to voice my opinion on the player itself. It's the player in Xbox X is in my opinion, is not a good player. If you want a good player, go with a standalone player that's meant to play 4Ks. I think this one was just thrown together because they wanted a 4K ultimate machine, and they left some things out, cut some corners, I guess, on the player itself. I'm not sure, but anyway, this is Ken Apocalypse. I'd like to hear some comments about your experiences with 4K players, the Xbox One X, the standalone players, and also keep voting on that on the poll of which one you want to see reviewed. The more the better. I think it's up to 78 votes right now. So, but anywho, this is excuse me. This is Ken Apocalypse. And like, subscribe to my videos, and I'll have more for you later.